Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we have a mini rant video about World of Tanks Plus premium account or extension of the current premium account, or however you would call this. In the past, in order to be competitive in the World of Tanks, premium account was more than enough, and yet still, I mean, yeah, you are getting some advantages, right? You are getting more credits, you are getting more experience, right? Which is huge. You are getting extra map to block and everything. World of Tanks is saying, nope, it is not enough. Let's make an up version or elevated version of the premium account. So how the things are going to look like from 1.20.1 patch, which will arrive probably in a month or so. Answer is simple, fellas. You will need to have 2 premium accounts on World of Tanks. One account is not going to cut it. Skill, I don't get it. I'm casual player. I don't see the point. Why would I get World of Tanks Plus account? That's fair argument, and I respect that. But truth to be told, it is going to be necessary. Now, hear me out. What are the features of the World of Tanks Premium Plus account? Let's read it together, shall we? First of all, you are getting gold reserves over there. As you can see, all players with active World of Tanks Plus subscription can earn up to 500 gold per week. Now, you might wonder how the things are looking like in the game. So you are playing a game and you are getting it? Extremely good question. Thank you very much for asking. As you can see, this is the reserve vault in the game. And similar way as you are grinding credits, you can grind the gold now. You need to play around 100 games of World of Tanks in a week, right? For dedicated player, it's not that much. For a casual player, 100 games of World of Tanks is many, many hours. In my calculations, you need to play 2 hours daily in order to get access to this gold. So pretty much, World of Tanks is bonding more with your time, and you will feel guilty for not playing the game, right? Just how it goes, right? If you won't get your free gold, well, free gold, the gold for which you paid for, it is going to be a problem. Don't you think so? Well, that's what I think. So you need around 2 hours per day, or let's say 3 hours instead of, and you can take a weekend off. Yeah, fellas, it is becoming a job, I know, not bad, right? Meanwhile, for extra feature, you can exclude extra maps. So how the things are looking like here? As many of you know, you can exclude the maps in the World of Tanks. If you are free-to-play account, you are getting 1 exclusion slot. If you are a premium account user, you have 2 slots. If you are a premium account user and World of Tanks Plus user, you are getting an extra slot. This is a big selling point. And this is very, very important thing to highlight, right? And now at this point, fellas, what I'm doing, I'm trying to go through the all conditions, what it is giving for us. And I will say, why is it so bad and why is it so horrible, right? And not speaking from the guy's side which can afford this, because it is going to be good for a player who will afford this, but it is going to be bad for a player who cannot buy this. Anyways, moving on next. Free equipment demounting. This is huge. Fellas, if you have World of Tanks Plus Premium, or however you would call this, your gameplay is going to look like this. You must have bond equipment. It's not debatable. It's not discussable. You must. And you know what? Pay attention at the bonds here in the corner, right? 13,177. Well, you can demount bond equipment for free. You can change it between the tanks. So what is going to be meta? Imagine situation, the new line is coming up, or you are going to mark some kind of tank, right? What you are doing, you are taking your bond equipment, you are going to the tier 5 or whatever tier you are starting everything, and you are putting bond equipment into the tier 5. But skill-wise, so, because you can. Because you are getting advantage in the game of this. And it is just the right way to use it, right? if you have World of Tanks plus the standard equipment, you can pretty much sell most of those. And in the future, I have no doubts whatsoever we are going to have modifications, right? Someone will do the mod which will automatically remove your equipment. I have no doubts whatsoever. So good luck if you are free-to-play player to fight against everyone with the bond equipment. This is going to be quite a bad thing for people who are not willing to put the money or they do not have bond equipment yet, right? Meanwhile, you are getting crew experience while not playing the game. Fellas, you know those shitty games on the phone, idle clickers or whatever, or a FK Arena or whatever else garbage out there, which you don't need to play the game and you are getting experience while not playing the game? Yeah, World of Tanks is becoming one of those. Look at this. You can select the tank which will passively get experience. I'm not even joking, fellas. I am not even joking, right? As you can see, every 5 minutes you are getting 4 experience for your tank. It doesn't really matter how many skills you have, so you can pretty much start your crew while you are sleeping. You will wake up and you will have 60% of the first skill or something. Now, let's talk numbers. How much is that, fellas? 40 experience times 12. This is how much experience you are getting per hour, right? 480, nothing too crazy. Times 24. This is how much you are getting per day. 11,500 experience per day. You don't even need to play the game. Your crew will get 11,500 experience, right? And now, if we would check out per year, right? You are getting casual 4,200,000 experience without even playing the game. And you might wonder how much 4.2 million experience is in the game, right? I have no doubt some of you are thinking about it. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's take the new commander, right? Actually, you know what? No. Let's recruit the new commander. Watch this. Let's do some simple calculations. How much is 4.2 million free experience? As all of you know, you can increase the experience on your tank in the game, right? So, let's see. In order to increase up to 100% of the first skill, you need 42,000. By the way, this is what you are getting in 4 days. You are getting full first skill in 4 days of not playing World of Tanks. 42,000 plus. In order to get the second skill for a tank, right, you need 84,000 experience. Fine, this is another 8 days or so, right? Plus 80,000 or whatever that was, doesn't really matter, right? Moving on next, in order to get the third skill, you need another 16 days of World of Tanks, right? You need like 168,000 experience. Wait. 168. I am doing calculation in the background. Now, fellas, this is what you are getting for a month of not playing World of Tanks. 3 skills crew by leaving it AFK. This is how powerful that is. Free-to-play players, good luck competing with that. Meanwhile, if you want to get 4th skill, this is like 1 month of tank being AFK, right? 336 plus 336. So far, we have 626,000 experience, and we have 4 skill crew. This is for not playing the game, by the way. Just leaving AFK on the crew and forgetting it. Let's move on. The next skill, 672,000. Okay, 672,000. Excellent. So far, we have used 1.3 million experience, and we have for ourselves 5 skill crew. Another 1.350. Okay. 1.350. We are sitting currently on 2.6 million free experience, or 2.6 million experience, right? So we have what left? We have approximately 1.5 million experience left, roughly, right? Look at this. Let's say 80%, 85%, 87%. Oh, something about that. So, fellas, by buying World of Tanks, Plus, by not playing the game and leaving your account open, not doing a single thing, if you will come back to the game after paying this, you are going to return with a 6 full crew skills and 90% by not playing the game, by leaving the game completely open or closed, and you are going for vacations by prepaying for World of Tanks Plus. Fellas, if World of Tanks ever has been in the pay-to-win slot, it is the time to highlight this. This is very, very bad and very concerning. For players who are paying for this, they are going to feel quite happy and they are going to be quite fine. For players who are free-to-play players, who were playing the game without premium account, students or whatever else, doesn't really matter, who just simply doesn't have money to spend on the game or doesn't want to spend the money because you need to buy a new sneakers or you are saving for your first car, doesn't matter, right? This is what you are going to compete against, in other words, what I'm saying World of Tanks is coming closer to the pay to win. For F's sake, you are not playing the game for a year and you are coming back to the game and you are saying, oh, 7 skill crew for paying $100 for wargaming. Wait. This is not all. And you are getting exclusive rental vehicle. Okay, skill. What rental vehicle and what does it do? This is the best one. I haven't played the tank yet, but it's not the point. Watch this. This is the tank which you are getting, right? Now, Wargaming being Wargaming, they said, Igor, it's not enough to sell this tank just as a premium tank. Let's do something special. And special they did. Pay attention at my crew over there. Skill, it is a heavy tank, exactly. Skill, what kind of crew you are putting into the tank destroyer. Skill, I have a question, why you don't see the penalty? Exactly. This tank is not getting penalty for using tank destroyer crew, light tank crew, or whatever else crew. This is how premium tank should be in the first place, right? If it is the same nation, it goes, it's a premium tank. But before Wargaming locked them by the certain type of the tank wall. And now Wargaming is saying, fine, let's try to change this, and this tank is special, you can use any crew. So what that means if you are a player who doesn't have a great heavy tank crew, but it happened to be you are playing with triangles, tank destroyers, or artas, whatever, doesn't really matter what, or medium tanks, you can use that crew for this premium tank. I think this is how premium tank should be in the first place. All of them, without exception. That's what I think. But it's not only about that, right? Now, even more ridiculous thing how Wargaming stupidity is beyond me. And I really want to highlight how Wargaming is treating us and they are thinking we are a bunch of idiots. I'm not even joking. You don't believe in me? Watch this. Fellas, we are the Saint Samaritans. Look at this, look at this. Permanent price drop for a premium accounts. Get 90, 180 or 360 days today. World of Tanks officially said, okay, listen, we know times are hard. We get it. How about we will make premium tank cheaper by 3,500 gold per year. How much is 3,500 gold? I'm glad you asked. It is 13 euros. It is cheaper, right? And you know what Wargaming is doing with other hand? Wargaming with other hand is charging you 8.1 euros if you want to be competitive. What that means? That means 8.1 times the wealth. They are charging you $97 or 97 euros. But don't worry, they did a discount for you. Premium account is cheaper by 13.5 euros. 13.5 euros. Minus 13.5. This is the price which you will need to pay yearly for World of Tanks. Not including premium account, right? Yeah, World of Tanks is quite an interesting place to be. Fellas, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, Wargaming, I think Wargaming is in deep kaku hole, to say that the least. Wargaming went for extremely predatory strategy in this game. Wargaming made the decision to go with the loot boxes, which is pretty much mystery boxes slash gambling, because you cannot get a premium tanks otherwise. As an example, so people were buying the boxes. They're releasing new content towards the Christmas boxes as well, or whatever, autumn, fall boxes, spring boxes, however you would call this. Patrick's Day boxes, whatever, doesn't really matter, right? Because Wargaming noticed the best way to make money is to make money in an easy way, you know? Put whatever random loot in the boxes and people are overall azartic and they are going to buy it anyways, right? Which is quite sad, and this is how the things are looking like for a couple of years. What I'm trying to say Wargaming is being lazy, greedy, and instead of fixing the game or trying to fix the game, they are pushing more and more and more monetization towards the game. You know what? This is not a good sign, fellas. This is not a good sign. I can tell you that. It is not good for any of us. Now, hear me out. What will happen when this shit will hit the game? Because more likely it will, unless people are going to vote for it. By the way, first pinned comment, say opinion to Wargaming, what do you think about the current changes and everything, right? What that means? For a casual player of the World of Tanks, you are going to use the... I'm not speaking about the paying customer. I'm speaking about the player who lately started the game, and player who is playing the game once in a week. And if you're not willing to spend the money, you already struggled because, you know, you don't have the best equipment and so on. Nowadays, you will play with your standard equipment, grinding your field modifications, and you are going to meet 1 out of 3 players like this, who will play with a full setup. With a full bone setup, just like so. Who will go on the quite a try-hard mode, and you are going to have extremely bad time. It is very bad place to be for a free-to-play player, I'm telling you. And the most important thing, fellas, is Wargaming is taking the easy road. Instead of creating a beautiful 3D camos which people would enjoy to see, right? Something like this, who cares, right? Or like Minotaur or whatever else, you know, the 3D camos which game has to offer, right? Wargaming has beautiful design team and so on, so on. Wargaming is going the easy way, just trying to make the game locked by the paywall. It doesn't really matter. It is free to play on the title. If you are not paying, you are going to be simply way less competitive than you was before. Not only you will make less credits and less experience, so your time is going to be worth less in the game, but in the same time you are going to have significantly worse equipment set up. And you know what is the funny part of all this? No one knew about this coming, right? And obviously people were using their experience in order to upgrade their bounty equipment setup, because it is the cheapest way to play the game at this point, right? So Wargaming said, well, there is a lot of bounty equipment in the game. How about if we will make bond equipment equipable for everyone? If someone will pay $8 in a month. Now, fellas, for people who can afford this is a great value. Believe me or not, right? It is a good value. You are getting quite some stuff if you are whatever. If you are active World of Tanks player, it is not a bad deal, right? But for second, think about other players who are playing World of Tanks free to play, right? Who are not so experienced players, who are new players and not willing to spend the money on the game yet, and so on, so on. Don't look everything from your perspective. Good, you are wealthy, good, you can afford whatever, 30 euros per game per month, whatever. Some people cannot. And you know what will happen without players who cannot afford 30 euros in a month? You need those lucky tourists. You need those happy tourists who are shooting you without gold. You need someone to shoot at you without the same gold ammunition to complete your bouncing mission. Or the tourist through the middle of the field who is happy and going and having a great time, right? You need them. But if you will make this game unplayable for players who are not paying, it's going to be bad. Eventually, people will get enough of this, and eventually people will start installing the game. And whenever we are going to hit this situation, aka 90% of the players are going to be paying customers on the full try-hard, sweaty-ass mode, it's going to be a different story. Those are my couple of cents for today. Tomorrow crew is coming. I have a lot of things to say, and just to finish everything, shame on Wargaming, honestly. It's disgusting. It is simply disgusting to push people to pay for a game even more. Fellas, think about amount of the money which you are paying for this game. Think about your emotions which you are having while trying to complete the mission, or just trying to have some fun. There is days whenever we are finishing with a 30% win ratio. And I'm not speaking about only myself. I'm speaking about you as well. You know, I am having conversation with you fellas on the daily basis while I'm streaming, right? And instead of fixing the game, what to do? What is solution? World of Tanks Plus.